Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a fascinating and rare look into the life of Queen Camilla, who recently shared a personal and candid story about the severe flooding that recently impacted her Wiltshire retreat, Ray Mill House. During a festive gathering at Buckingham Palace, Queen Camilla discussed how the heavy storms that hit parts of the UK left her countryside home submerged in floodwaters. This rare and personal insight into her experience with nature's forces gives us a glimpse into the royal family's everyday lives and the challenges they face in the face of extreme weather. Even royal estates are not exempt from the devastating effects of climate change. In this video, we will explore Queen Camilla's account of the flooding, how it affected her property, and the larger implications of weather-related disasters in rural communities. We'll also take a look at how this event sheds light on the way the royal family engages with the public, especially in times of adversity. The story begins at a festive gathering held at Buckingham Palace, where Queen Camilla was attending a celebration with the Military Wives Choir. The event was a joyful occasion, filled with holiday spirit, with performances and shared moments of festive cheer. As is often the case at such royal gatherings, the conversation naturally turned to current events, and it was during this time that Queen Camilla made a lighthearted comment about the recent flooding that had affected her home in Wiltshire. In an exchange with a member of the choir from Melksham, a town that was significantly impacted by the November storms, Queen Camilla casually mentioned that her property had been affected. "Where my house is was underwater," she said with a smile, bringing a sense of warmth to the conversation despite the gravity of the situation. This unexpected glimpse into her personal life allowed the public to see a side of the royal family that is not often shared: the challenges of living in areas vulnerable to extreme weather events. This moment not only humanized the Queen, but also reminded us that no one is exempt from the effects of nature, no matter how privileged their position might be. Queen Camilla's comment about the flooding was in reference to Storm Bert, a powerful and destructive storm that wreaked havoc across the UK in November 2024. The storm brought heavy rainfall and strong winds, leading to widespread flooding in various regions, particularly in rural areas. One of the most affected places was Melksham, where Queen Camilla's Ray Mill House is located. During the floods, the waters rose to such an extent that the surrounding landscape of the Queen's property was completely submerged. The Queen's description of the scene as "like a seaside" was a striking image, highlighting how intense the flooding was. She recounted seeing a lot of birds sailing about on the water, an evocative description that captures the surreal and almost poetic nature of the situation. While it's not clear whether the flooding directly impacted the interior of Ray Mill House, it's evident that the surrounding areas, including the land surrounding her retreat, were hit hard. The flooding took place 2 weeks ago and caused significant disruption to local communities. Yet, Queen Camilla's ability to reflect on the event with grace and humor speaks to her resilience and the royal family's tradition of maintaining a calm demeanor, even in challenging circumstances. Ray Mill House has been Queen Camilla's cherished countryside retreat for many years. Purchased in 1994 for £850,000, the property has provided the Queen with a serene escape from her royal duties. It's a place where she could retreat from the pressures of royal life and enjoy the tranquility of the countryside. The property's interiors, with their sunny yellow walls and floral curtains, reflect Camilla's personal taste and sense of comfort. It's no wonder that the house holds such sentimental value for the Queen. The Queen lived in Ray Mill House full-time until 2005, when she relocated due to her growing royal commitments. However, she continues to use the retreat as a personal sanctuary whenever she can escape the demands of her royal role. In recent years, the property has become an important part of Queen Camilla's life, offering a place for solitude and reflection. The recent flooding at Ray Mill House, however, underscores the vulnerability of even the most tranquil countryside estates to the destructive power of nature. For the Queen, a property that has provided her with peace and quiet for so long became a source of disruption, albeit a temporary one. Yet, despite this, her ability to smile and share the experience with others reflects her resilience and her enduring ability to handle difficult situations with poise. While Queen Camilla's personal experience with the flooding is certainly a unique one, it also highlights the larger issue of flooding in the UK, particularly in flood-prone rural areas. Storm Bert and other severe weather events have caused significant disruption across the country, with many communities facing devastating floods that have affected homes, businesses, and local infrastructure. Melksham, where Queen Camilla's Ray Mill House is located, was one of the towns hardest hit by the November floods. Residents there, as well as in surrounding areas, had to cope with the overwhelming effects of the storm, which left neighborhoods submerged in water and caused widespread damage. The floods have left many people wondering about the long-term impact of such weather events and the steps that can be taken to prevent future damage. The floods also underscore the increasing frequency and intensity of storms, a phenomenon linked to climate change. As weather patterns become more unpredictable and extreme, more communities in the UK and beyond are at risk of experiencing similar flooding events. The need for improved flood management, better infrastructure, and more resilient communities has never been more urgent. One of the most striking aspects of Queen Camilla's account of the flooding is the way she spoke about the event with such resilience and grace. Despite the challenges posed by the floods, she managed to discuss the situation in a lighthearted manner, showing a calmness that is typical of the royal family's approach to adversity. This ability to maintain composure and share such personal stories with the public not only humanizes the Queen, but also strengthens her connection with people who are facing similar challenges in their own lives. Her willingness to open up about the flooding also serves to remind us that even the royal family is not immune to the effects of climate change and extreme weather. While members of the royal family live in grand estates and have access to significant resources, they too must face the realities of natural disasters. This shared experience between the royal family and the public strengthens the monarchy's connection with the people and reinforces the message of solidarity in times of adversity. Queen Camilla's comments about the flooding also bring attention to the larger issue of climate change and its impact on rural communities across the UK. The royal family, through their various charitable endeavors and public engagements, has long been a symbol of continuity and strength for the British public. By speaking about the floods and their personal impact, Queen Camilla highlights the importance of raising awareness about climate-related issues and the need for action. In recent years, the royal family has increasingly focused on environmental sustainability, with King Charles III being particularly vocal about the importance of addressing climate change. By sharing her experience with the flooding, Queen Camilla is adding her voice to this growing conversation about the need to protect the environment and ensure that communities, particularly those in rural areas, are better prepared for the impacts of extreme weather. The royal family's engagement with these issues helps to bring attention to the urgent need for climate action and the importance of supporting communities that are vulnerable to the effects of climate change. Their involvement can encourage others to take steps toward sustainability and to consider the long-term impact of their actions on the planet. Queen Camilla's story about the flooding at Ray Mill House offers a rare glimpse into the personal challenges faced by those living in rural areas, even among the royal family. Through her lighthearted and resilient approach to discussing the flooding, the Queen shows that even in the face of adversity, it is possible to find strength and maintain a positive outlook. This rare moment offers insight into the reality of life in the countryside, where nature's power can disrupt even the most peaceful of homes. What are your thoughts on Queen Camilla's experience with the flooding? How do you think the royal family's connection with the public is affected by moments like this? Leave your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more royal updates.